Right now, I just need you to get real loose. Get comfortable. Grab your loved ones, or grab your love partner. And if you're by yourself, no worries. Just follow after me. Gonna do the two-step, then cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin out with them. Do the hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip with it. Gonna throw down, take a sip with it. And lean back, put your hips in.
That's how I hope you feel every time you listen to the Sneaky Athletic Podcast, your number one sports adjacent audio forum. I'm Alec Hensley.
I'm Chandler Farmer.
Wow, quick on the mic, ready to go.
Sorry, I'm working the sticks, you know.
That's fair. You did do a good bit of producing. Honestly, I didn't understand how welcoming the beginning of that song was. I do hope that you feel that way listening to this.
I miss that song. We used to listen to that a lot last summer.
We used to get
That was
down
a
to
summer
it.
ago.
Yes.
That's crazy.
You ripped your pants to that song.
I did. Yeah.
Getting down.
That was.
Or two-stepping. Maybe the Cowboy Boogie?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll let the jury's still out. The jury's still out on that.
But the seams are back in. You fixed them.
No, those pants got thrown away. That was the second time that pair of pants had been ripped all the way from that four-way intersection at the bottom of your pants, you know, where all the seams meet, all the way up to like the belt loops.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on.
No, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
No, there's a
Fool
saying
me
in
can't
Tennessee.
get fooled again. It's maybe
Yeah.
in Texas. No, they're saying in Texas. It's maybe in Tennessee too.
Oh, God. Hopefully we don't butcher the rest of this episode like we just did
That's
that quote.
That's the I can't even.
Bush said it somewhere.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that's like the appeal of us. We're not fucking perfect.
Yes, but we strive to be. Sometimes. I don't know.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think we strive to be perfect.
We won't lie to you, but we will tell you what's coming up in this episode. We are going to go around.
Sports.
Correct.
Sports.
We like sports, and we don't care who knows.
That's right. And they're hopefully back for a little bit. Some of them.
We'll talk about it. We'll go around your segments, but before we get to that, let's get a little add-in from our boys.
Yeah, the folks up there in Northwest Missouri, Fertilizer Service Company, they're helping you grow all the things that you possibly can up there in Northwest Mo. They're helping you from planting all the way through harvest. They got you covered. If you need them, they're off Highway 59 in Fairfax, Missouri. You can hit them up at 660-686-2402. And as always, they're keeping God's country as good as she grows. All right, let's get started.
My heart, my soul, I gave it all. But loving you was never easy.
I forgot you ripped those pants twice.
Yeah, and speaking of that, that's going to lead perfectly right into my beef. I have two beefs,
Yes.
but the event I ripped my pants at, the Griffith wedding,
Correct.
Barry and Michaela, they got married in late June of 2019.
Shout out to them. Love
And
you.
my first beef is Barry Griffith
Okay.
because he thinks he's the sweet corn eating champ of like Northwest Missouri or something. Not even Northwest Missouri, of like Missouri. He's coming at me.
I think maybe ever.
First hand example. I made corn tonight. And what did you say after I finished mine?
I was about a third to half of the way through mine, and I look up and I go, wow, that was fast. Because he was like cleaning up his plate. He had already thrown the corn away into the
Barry,
trash can.
I know you're a listener. If you come at the king, you best not miss.
I mean,
And this wasn't even
for
just
sure less than a minute.
This wasn't regular sweet corn with just butter, salt, and pepper.
Yes.
This was Mexican street corn.
Delicious.
So it had like a Mexican mayo spread with cheese on top. So I mean, this was it had all the bells and whistles. This wasn't even just your fast. The corn wasn't fast today. I'll tell you that. You know, the Joey Chestnut says the buns and dogs are fast. The corn was not fast today, and I was feeling it. I don't know. Just, Barry, you can't fucking just make statements like Alec that he can just shoot a +3 after golfing. Let's not get into it. Let's not get into it. What's then my second beef?
Yes.
Back to sports. Sorry. Stick to sports. Everybody else is mad about this, so I guess I might as well be too. And that's the NFL 100 list.
In like 10 minutes, how many ears?
22.
With or without the side prongs?
I don't think I'll want them if I'm going fast, actually.
Okay. Yeah, because you have to look like a cartoon while you're going at it,
Yeah.
or you'll be slow.
Yeah.
Correct. My second question is 1 ear, quick as you could eat it.
13 seconds.
If you want to see that, please tweet at WC Farmer
No.
_Farmer. I don't know. What's your Twitter
W
handle?
Chandler F. Just
Or the pod account?
yeah, tweet at the pod account.
Let's get this into action.
Hashtag Corn King.
Okay. 2 C's.
Corn
Corn King
Sing?
Chandler. CCK. Corn King Chandler. No, CKC. I don't know.
CKC.
Bad at math.
Do tweet at the pod account and leave hashtag Corn King. And then this way Barry has to do a challenge as well.
That would be fantastic.
We'll get some videos going. They'll be better. I'm better at eating corn than Oreos. I know that for fact.
Well, let's talk about something that we actually care who's better at who at NFL 100.
The NFL
list.
100, which this comes out about this time every year.
Yes.
Typically right now is the dead period where it's just baseball and summer's kind of dragging on and we're waiting for training camps to start back up and all these things. Now there's a lot more going on because a lot of sports are kicking back up, but the NFL, they're not making quite a spectacle out of it this year. Usually they drag it on for like 2 weeks.
Right.
They do like 10 a day for the 5 business days of 2 weeks. And like each one gets a video. They're just like releasing them all over like a 48-hour period. It's 2 days. I think the number one probably came out right now.
It
But-
seems like some research you should have already done. As I see
Well, it
you
was
reach for your
coming. It was
phone.
like number 13 as we were starting the pod.
Oh, okay.
Like I was watching it go. But everyone, breaking news. Joey Bosa has reached a 5-year, $135 million extension with LA.
You realize
Okay.
that the problem with this forum is the fact that none of the news that we break will be breaking news.
Well, it's breaking to me. So they just released number 12. It was Drew. Oh, no. Number 11, Julio Jones. So they haven't released the top 10 yet. But the thing is this is a player voted list. So it's just the players thinking of like, it's a who knows who. It's all politics. It's like who's the funniest guy, who's most relatable. And everybody gets so fucking mad about it every year.
I love that part. It's great.
That's the most entertaining part, and that's kind of why I like it being strung out over like 2 weeks or whatever it is. Because now we're just getting it in like short bursts because they only have like 20 minutes to get all their grievances out and post all the statistic they can find. Because like every year, Mike Evans is always too low for all the fucking Tampa Bay fans, and Keenan Allen threw an absolute fit.
Oh my God, yeah.
He
Tagging people. And
Yeah. And it was like a lot of people just quickly plugged in some like Tyreek Hill stats compared to his because he was bitching about that he's better than Tyreek Hill. And then people just like showed him and they were like, okay, now be quiet.
Well, to be fair, he could always say Phillip Rivers.
He can, but he gets, I think over like a very quick one is him and Tyreek Hill basically have like the same numbers. I think Tyreek Hill has more catches or Tyreek Hill has more touchdowns and a higher average because Keenan Allen had over 100 more targets than Tyreek Hill over that period because he's all they have.
Ouch. So you did mention something that kind of made me think. Why is this coming out so fast? And I think this is watch what this hand is doing while the other hand is doing something else.
Oh, the classic magic.
Right. So, they're coming out with this. We haven't heard any news about the NFL really trying to start anything besides them coming, quarterbacks and rookies.
So there's like the mini camps or whatever, and the Chiefs and the Texans were the first to do so. And the Chiefs actually, I think everybody's reporting for camp now.
But they don't have a plan.
Besides, they've released these statements where, they're going to go into camp and it's going to be like a bubble just for camp. But then the season, no, they haven't.
They said they're going to fly in day of and fly out.
And clearly
the hotel is the problem.
Let's go ahead and get into baseball too, because it's already collapsing on itself because they didn't decide to do a bubble.
Yeah.
Because they're saying it would be harder than NBA bubble. Well, guess what's going to be harder than a fucking major league bubble, a football bubble, where each team has 53 players. That's just the players, let alone coaches, all the staff, everything. And then if anybody wanted a family member there, immediately just one family member, you're over 100 people. And that's, so we're seeing that since baseball did not decide to do a bubble, they're already feeling the repercussions with the Marlins having these players test positive and then just deciding to continue to play.
Right. And there have been other teams with, plus 6, 7 cases.
Yeah. The Royals have had a couple 2, a couple 3. Salvi was right before the season, but I think, and then Dozier was right maybe 1 game in.
Still, what does this mean later on? Are they going to bite this bullet? Because I think that every league that doesn't have this bubble needs to. It'll happen. I don't think we'll have college football.
Yeah, college football is just, there's too many teams, and the NCAA is not going to shell out any money to do anything crazy.
And, if they fuck it up, they're done for.
The thing is, yeah, if they are liable for someone, getting COVID and the worst of the worst happening, they're fucked big time.
They've been on the hot seat, probably a better term, for years.
Decades. They fucking Boz put him on the hot seat way back in the day.
This would be the nail in the coffin for sure.
Yeah. So we see this. We see, the NFL, they're going to pull a classic NFL and be like, we're the biggest and baddest, and we don't really have to tell you what we're doing. And until the last second, it's going to come out. But yeah, I think they're going to do a classic NFL thing where it's a Friday news dump, where they're going to wait until the first round of the NBA playoffs, that first day of games, and they'll just dump some news and like hope that it gets
Probably
shoved under the rug.
because it starts on the 30th. Isn't that Thursday?
No, I'm saying like playoff. Well,
oh, the playoffs, yeah,
like
yeah.
into August a little
Who
bit, or
knows?
what?
Yeah.
You know, whatever. They're gonna wait until like right before football season's supposed to start, and then just like on a Friday or like a Saturday, like make that announcement because that's the NFL.
I think they'll actually try.
And Roger Goodell's up to no good. Never has been.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know where to go with Roger Goodell. It's like it's not really like a point to be made when, I mean, he's not Rob Manfred, but yeah,
True.
You know, they're both incompetent. Honestly, I think these other leagues,
Rob Manfraud,
good one, could score some points from making their own lists, like an NBA, NHL, NCAA list. Oh my God! Imagine how upset people would be with the top 100 NCAA list.
Oh.
Wow.
Yes. Like, are you saying with the? Oh, I forgot where this even started with the NFL 100.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the NBA 100 would be pretty.
The take
tough.
train is rolling today.
The NBA 100, like if you're doing with active players, by the time you get to 100, people will be like, "What?"
But yeah, you start with no. I think you got to start high and then go down. You know, it's not till 25 till people like start paying attention.
Yeah.
I mean, there's going to be some like,
but the NFL
homers
100
mad.
comes in, so it starts at 100 and goes to 1.
That's what I'm saying.
And so, like, if
They need to do it that way.
if you're starting the NBA 100, nobody like it. They'd post it, and whoever got it would get like 0 retweets. Like it would just be it'd be a shit post. It would just go out there.
They would be mad.
Nothing would happen. Well, yeah, no, and then it gets like 79, and then people would start freaking the fuck out.
Well, I think that the Homer fans, you know,
True.
Oh, our role player off the bench is
They'd be like,
definitely.
He just won 6th man of the year. Are you kidding me with his 89th ranking? What the fuck?
Speaking of 6th man of the year, Lou Will.
God. This
I know you got some stuff.
Yeah, this ties into my... So I'll just go ahead and skip to my Google this. If you guys don't know what Magic City is, it is a...
African American cultural arts center.
It's a gentleman's club.
I read that on Twitter from an African American, so I think that you're wrong.
I wasn't correcting you. I was adding to the nicknames. To the categorical names of this establishment.
Can I say that since I'm white?
Probably not. Okay. So it's a strip club, but it's in Atlanta. And
Where the best strip clubs are.
so that's what I was about to say is when it comes to Atlanta, not only are the strip clubs like the best entertainment, they're known for having the best food and the best they have the top tier of everything. There's nothing in like Cheetah's, Magic City that they have 4-star chefs, 5-star chefs in there like whipping up food on the daily.
One of the funniest scenes I've ever seen in my life was at Cheetah's in Atlanta. And this man is sitting at a one-person table, face down into his chicken, just tunnel vision. He has seen the most glorious plate of food and hasn't ate in days. So he's starting to munch down and is just in heaven. Doesn't look up for 10, 15 minutes. All while he's reaching his hand up and perfectly placing it in this woman's undergarment.
And her G-string.
While he's eating. I swear to God, he didn't look up once. And this woman is just doing a full show on top of this table. Also, they have to buy different styles of tables because the bottoms of them need to be so heavy.
Yeah.
Which is insane. I realized that while watching this man eat chicken and knew.
That's how you know he's been there, is he just needs one hand. Not only is he really good at eating chicken wings and really good at tipping strippers, he's good at them both at the same time. That's like, what are the two coolest things you can do? It's smoke a cigarette and lift weights. And then what's the coolest thing you could ever do is smoke a cigarette and lift weights.
How long does it take to become an expert at something like 20 years? He'd put in his time.
Yeah. I mean, it's decades into the craft.
Absolutely.
So I just wanted to read a quick, I believe this is a Google review or some kind of review of Magic City. So it said, but y'all, the reason why I came here, the wings, the mother clucking wings delivered to you by gods on the other side of a tiny little window. Pro tip, bring cash or else you're starving. Card will get you nowhere here. I entered Nirvana when I hit into the first wing. I could hear its deafening, crispy crunch over the loud music and conversation. It just became me and the chicken wing, and no one else was around. The perfect amount of sauce. So you weren't begging for napkins. Oh, y'all, the right amount of salt. So you weren't done after just 2. The medium wings had just the right amount of heat so they weren't sucking in your mouth. Paired with a cold beer or drink to cleanse your mouth before the next bite. It was perfection. And the fries are my favorite type. Basically steak fries, little golden pillows of heaven. They were so good we ordered another box. Now it could, all caps, have been the alcohol. Tasting this food, and who knows if I'll feel the same way about those wings when I'm sober, but I'd like to think it's part of the magic of Magic City that made those wings taste so damn good.
Who's that quote by?
That was just a random man on a Google review. So now just imagine you're in Atlanta for personal reasons. And your rapper friend, Jack Harlow, asks you to meet up at a place have you mind that not only do you frequent, but they named wings after you. And said wings are known nationwide as being some of the best. Do you go?
Well, he just went there to, say hi and get some food. He said that.
Yeah, I mean, Jack Harlow texted and said, "What's poppin'?" And he said, "Shit, I might have to go get me some wings. Maybe just a nibble. Just a taste."
I do think that we need to rewind just a bit to give people the full scope of what happened. So Lou Williams, Sixth Man of the Year for the Los Angeles Clippers,
Yes.
got an excuse to leave the bubble, which was for personal reasons initially.
I believe a relative passed away.
Yeah,
I think it was like a grandpa or grandma or something like that.
Nobody knew initially, and then he posted an Instagram story saying, glad I got to say goodbye one last time. So then it was kind of out that it was a funeral. And then later on, someone had taken a picture of him at Magic City.
A very famous rapper posted on his story. Well, newly blown up rapper. His songs everywhere.
Yeah. What's Pop?
Yeah. He posted on his Instagram story like, good to see you or something, like long time no see. And then immediately took it down. And then he posted a story that said, just reminiscing about hanging out with Lou. That picture was from a while ago. While in the picture, Lou Williams was wearing the face mask that they gave out in the NBA bubble.
I mean, you got to lie for your boy.
I mean, snitches get stitches, but it was an accidental thing, but then he rode for him. Yeah, immediately after it was like, oh, you guys are dumb. That was just an old post. I'll take it down, though.
You got to try.
It caused some controversy, so I'll take it down. Like, no big deal. But he swung by and got some wings.
Yeah. So, I also wanted to talk about, I went pretty good this weekend on betting on the NBA scrimmages.
Which is an insane thing to bet on.
It's
like it's like betting preseason football. Like, degenerates do that.
I feel like
you're the lowest of the low. You're
the guy Hangover when the numbers start flying.
No. You're the guy who's in the he's betting horses and he's in the place that just has the horses on TV. The track isn't even outside and he's smacking the newspaper on his hand. He's like, come on. That's you watching a preseason game where they've pulled the starters and you need 4 more points to hit the over.
Well, we'll see, because I'm going to keep track, make some picks. I'll be posting them online, so we'll see.
I've done okay in baseball. I lost my bet today.
I'm undefeated, so we'll see where it turns out.
Fair enough.
What else we got for you?
My lifestyle tip.
Yeah.
Which I wanted to throw in there. It's be really good at football and baseball and get drafted in baseball as a high schooler, decide not to go to college as a quarterback, get drafted into the NFL, win the regular season MVP and then a Super Bowl and Super Bowl MVP, sign a $500 million contract, and then buy part ownership of a Major League Baseball team and a Ferrari in the same day.
It's just that easy, folks. I mean,
that's my tip. Just take it, leave it, whatever.
Do you want to be successful or not? Rise and grind.
That was like only 10 steps, I think.
Really, it's not even a book. It's a pamphlet to live your life by.
For real, it's a trifold.
It's just insane how easy this can be for you. You can live your life like us.
Yeah. Well,
or
mainly our good friend, Patrick Mahomes. Yeah. That was basically, he shared those tips with me. I'm currently working my way. I'm on step 2.
Yes. Well, it's a process.
Yeah. And you got to trust it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you guys didn't hear the big news with him, today, it was Tuesday, he is now...
Way to date it.
Well...
More professional radio from you.
Yeah. This is a sports adjacent audio form. Okay.
Sometimes I think we're just an audio diary.
Interesting. The Diary of Sneaky Athletic?
I mean, just us. I don't know. Like, you know.
The Diary of Two Wimpy Sports Gambling Addicts?
The thing is the accurate name is something that's going to be really hurtful.
Okay. That's right. Let's just avoid that. It's already kind of late. I don't need to go to bed crying. So, Patrick
Yes.
Mahomes is now... This is another thing people got big mad on. So all the announcements are coming out today that he is the youngest partial sports owner of all time.
Correct.
So many people were in the replies because Serena Williams' daughter is technically a partial owner of, I think it's a soccer team in Europe. And because Serena bought it in her name, and people were like, well, so people would reply and be like, you got this wrong. Such and such Williams, I don't even know her daughter's name. Serena Williams' daughter is a partial owner in this league, this team. And then someone would reply and be like, well, I think maybe they're just talking about people who like actually bought it and like file their own taxes. And they're like, well, it's in her name. Her mom is just the like holder of the... It's like, shut the fuck up.
People love to glorify tax evasion.
Yeah, it's like Blue Ivy, Jay-Z's daughter, owns like an airline, doesn't she? Or did I make that up?
I don't know. You're asking the wrong guy.
DJ Khaled's son was the producer on a album.
Yes, yeah,
That's
true.
a better example.
I do know that. Yes,
I know that for a fact. And it's like, he's the youngest producer to ever produce a platinum album. It's like, no, he didn't. They just put his fucking name on it. Patrick Mahomes.
Was he crying while the song was on? No. Okay.
Yeah, like, what? Shut up. Just shut up. You're stupid. Just congratulate Patrick Mahomes on being extremely successful. Now,
do you remember the DJ Khaled like catchphrases?
DJ
No,
Khaled.
the the Snapchat ones.
Yo, Chef D was good.
Bless up.
Bless up.
He had some other one.
I
missed that phase of life.
I was like 20 years old when DJ Khaled was really popping off.
It's insane how big
like
that was.
4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, just to date the show some more. This is dating us in a whole different light.
And if you really want to date it, now we're both dating someone.
Yeah. I was going to say earlier, I've fallen in love 2 times in my life. One with
DJ Khaled?
my current lovely girlfriend, and 2 at Cheetahs.
Oh. I didn't go to Cheetahs, but the stories I heard. I just remember you guys talking about walking in and some people had hats on. And somebody was like, you think I can wear this? And we're like, probably not. And like the first security guard was like, take that fucking hat off. Just like, why are you wearing a hat in here? That place is
Valhalla.
too much. But hey. Oh fuck, this is a full on guess.
There you go.
Congratulations to our friend Patrick Mahomes. Really proud.
Congratulations to you for improving the producing.
Thank you. But really proud of you, Patrick. You can just send those Royals box seats over. You know my address and you have my number if you forgot it. So
my favorite thing about this, though, is Kansas City fans, like, you're locked in.
My mom found out about it at like 8 p.m. tonight.
Yeah.
And the news broke at like 10 a.m. And she texted me. She took a screenshot of the Royals Instagram post.
Right.
And just was like, is this real? Like she follows any parody
Right.
accounts or anything. She was like, is this real? And I go, yeah, he's really bought in. She was like, he's my favorite fucking, she actually cussed. I've like cussed in text. I've never seen, she's like, he's my favorite fucking player of all time. He's the best person ever. And I was like, yeah, it's awesome. He's going to be here for what seems like forever.
Yeah.
And she was like, I really hope so. Like when it's affecting people like my mom who she really enjoys sports, but she's not even like for a normal thing. Like she probably found out about his contract like 4 days after it happened. Like no offense to her. She's just not like up to date. When she's finding out about this and was like, are you kidding me? It's awesome. Something else I forgot. I read an article about current players who are partial owners of teams. I forgot to mention Travis Kelce is a part of the group who's trying to buy the Mets.
Huh.
But it talked about like James Harden he's a partial owner of like a soccer team in Houston. Russell Westbrook, partial owner of a soccer team in Seattle. There's some more. Serena Williams owns a bunch. LeBron's like a partial owner in Liverpool, which just shows you how much money he has. He made a $6 million investment in 2011, and 2 years ago it was worth like $32 million.
I'm glad that you have all those facts memorized.
And they just
one of us needs
LeBron.
to. I mean, how did you even rattle that much off?
My brain only works for really stupid things like that.
Okay. Well, if you love those stupid things, like we love Patrick Mahomes, and we hope that you feel like the beginning of the Get Up.
Oh, yeah. That's his
When
life.
you listen. Yes. I mean, that's how he makes us feel, being BFFs.
Oh, my God. It's awesome.
All right.
All right, guys. Yeah, so, I mean, we hope you make you feel good, and we appreciate you guys listening every week. And we thank you for sticking it out through the times when sports were not with us.
I'm so excited. I was running around like a little kid, literally like shaking people like, I can watch basketball. I can watch basketball.
Yeah, baseball being on, like, I don't, in the last probably 2 years, I haven't watched that much baseball.
Yeah.
And like in the last 2 days, I've watched more baseball than more than 2 days. In the last 4 days, I've watched more baseball than I have in the last 2 years, I think.
They might not have fucked it up.
We'll
We'll see, though.
It might be over. We'll report back next week. So make sure you tune in. Thanks for listening. We love you guys. Sneaky Athletic.
What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing. I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10. I can put the ball in the end zone, put a bad bitch in the friend zone. This shit sound like an intro jet song. Give me that tempo. Told Pooh he a fool with the shit. Told her don't let her friends know. In the Ville and I move like a dime. Eating fettuccine at Vincenzo's. Me and my amigos got that free smoke on the West Coast. Yeah, I'm talking about pre-rolls. Dark hair bitch and she look like she go. She do. Hometown hero, feeling myself, can't murder my ego. She heard of my deep stroke. She said, babe, does it hurt when I deep throat? It does. Certified freak hoe, hang around dust and she learning my lingo. Back then, wasn't worried about me though. In the gym, trying to work on my free throw. Goddamn. Spending money at the club like Sam's. Yes, ma'am. She a little freak on cam, but she don't put this on the ground. Little boys tryna diss on the ground. Hey, I can't switch on the fan. Shit's hot, hit the switch on the fan. This where my head is. I feel resentment from every direction. Even some homies be wearing expressions. I be discouraged from sharing my blessings. We used to share a connection. Now it just feels like it's wearing and stretching. I'm getting real sick of taking advice from people that never could stare at reflections. Somewhere in there is a lesson. Y'all ain't evolving, it's very depressing. I'm at the club with the basketball team. Me and the Cardinals are sharing a section. Gotta cherish the present. I'm drinking water and wearing protection. Got a career and I'm very invested. Some people call it a scary obsession. I like to call it a passion. I can be sitting relaxing. PG, we getting some traction. I'm at the venue, it's packed in. I'm digging her accent. I got a BB Simon belt on me and she tryna get it unfastened. That's my type of distraction. That's my type of she Latin. Got my own flow and I'm about to get a patent. Brand new sheets for the bed they satin. Y'all wasn't tuned in back then. My swag they keep jacking. I ain't doing no verse, quit asking. What's poppin'? Brand new whip, just hopped in. I got options. I can pass that bitch like Stockton. Just joshing. I'ma spend this holiday locked in. My body got rid of them toxins. Sports in the top 10.